Hi Capricorn, what's up? Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all having an amazing day. We're going to be seeing what messages want to come through for you, get you some insight, some guidance, see what you need to know right now. Whenever you come across this reading, there is a message here for you. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn. Whether you are returning, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. If you enjoyed this reading, please let me know by leaving a like, comment, and subscribe. My channel is very close to 70,000 subscribers. So y'all, if you enjoy, hit that subscribe button and yeah, let me know how this resonates. As I was getting into your energy, Capricorn, as I was prepping some of the decks, some heavier energies that you might be dealing with, or the collective that I could be picking up on today. I'm doing this reading, it's Monday. It was weird today. Even the weather was weird. It was just like weird vibes in the air. So I'm like, All right. So we have Honesty as your first card out, along with the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. And right off the bat, I'm seeing that you're looking out for yourself, you're looking out for other people, and it requires you to like be honest. Like you would rather be honest and tell the truth rather than like withhold the truth and like tell a lie, or it's like you're doing something because you care, because you have a lot of love. What's at the bottom? Penelope Dreamweaver. Okay, this card came out when I was prepping the deck. It came out with Gloominous Doom, and I was like, and Four of Swords came out too, so I was getting a lot of energy of, and even in my Everything Oracle, there was a card that said rest. I was like, okay, there's something coming up about like your dreams, needing more rest, even taking a break from something or someone. But it was showing like that some of you could be having dreams about your existing situation in this reality, and it's like you go to have a rest, you go to have a nap, you go to sleep, but you are dreaming of this situation. It's like you can't seem to escape it, or you can't seem to avoid it, and it's just heavy energy that you could be working through. Honesty with the fairy who was kissed by the pixies could even be representing like love confessions. What's this? Epona's wild daughter. There's a lot of mysteriousness in the air. There seems to be some secrets. There seems to be some things that are in the dark that you can't quite yet make sense of it. And I mean, like in a way, the universe has a sense of humor, but you might not be thinking it's funny right now. Or Luthus the Wild at the bottom. I'm seeing a situation that kind of gets a bit explosive might be the wrong word, but I'm seeing like impulsiveness. I'm seeing rushing in. I'm seeing with this card, this is representing like getting an urge to do something, not really second guessing or over analyzing. It's just do it, like balls to the walls, foot on the gas, do it. And it's showing here, well, whatever this is, it hasn't happened yet. And I'm like, Singer of Chalice, Singer of Intuition. It could be in regards to you acting on an emotion / your intuition is telling you to do something. It's initiating something here new, something beginning, something that you've been wanting to manifest for a while. What's this? It just flipped right out. Taylor the Poet. This could definitely be in romance or a relationship, or it's something to do with like matters of the heart. Think that you have been keeping your cards to yourself, holding it very close to your chest, and it's either you, Capricorn, or someone around you has been keeping things very much on the down low, very much like trying to hide, even when we look at Epona's wild daughter, I just dropped the card. This is number 54, by the way. Maybe you're 54 years old. We have 29, 21, and 40 in case that's relevant for anybody. But we can see how this angel, she's actually covering this naked body, this vulnerable, exposed body. It's like there's something that either you or someone has been hiding something. But it can't be hidden for much longer. And Tam the Poet is actually a very romantic card. It can talk about music. There might be certain songs that you're being called to listen to or drawn towards, or certain songs that you can't seem to get out of your head. Maybe there's something coming up about music that you shared with another person, similar interests. Someone maybe you met at a band, like not a band, someone from a band, or maybe you're in a band or a musician of some sort, or it's like you met somebody at a concert, or that's random as fuck. But I'm seeing that there's either you're a writer, you're like a producer for some of you, or it's just like you really listen to music, or there's something about music. And like music is kind of universal. It's like It's vibrations, it's sounds, it's you, even though it could be in a completely different language, you can still understand the vibration. You can tell if it's a happy song, you can tell if it's a sad song, like you can tell the emotion behind it, even if you don't understand the words fully. It's like there's something that transcends time, space, energy. Like this is some deep stuff. So, but honesty, like this is the fact that this is the first card that came out. There is this need for you to be honest with someone or honest with yourself, or this could be talking about like someone has something they need to express from the bottom of their heart, with the fairy of who was kissed by the pixies, from the bottom of the heart. So whatever this is, it's coming from like purity. It's coming from like vulnerability. I do get a very vulnerable energy, that comes with these cards. Wow. Ecstasy at the bottom, which is the card of joy, celebration, happiness, fulfillment, pleasure. So, well, I just heard it's time to rip the band-aid off. Okay, well, that's not really like pleasure, like, but there's something that you or someone just wants to like get it over with. Like, I just need to get this off my chest. I got to get this over with. Okay. Show me clearly what's going on for Capricorn. What do my Capricorns need to know right now? Show me clearly, please. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What do you guys need to know right now? 5 of Wands, and this fell out on Tam, the poet. Someone's at odds with themselves. So I'm not sure if you are currently at odds with yourself, or there is somebody who is like head over heart, or heart versus, like, is it head over heart? Or is it just more of like head versus heart? Because first of all, when I said head over heart, it's like someone's being more practical, logical. They're ignoring their heart. They're ignoring what their soul wants them to do. They're making reasons and explanations as to why they shouldn't, why they can't believe in love, why they're not, no, they're like shutting something down. So yeah, the fact that I said head over heart says a lot. Someone is being more in their head than following their heart. They're at odds. You're at odds, or someone here is at odds. We have the Empress at the bottom. So whoever we're talking about, whether this is you, Capricorn, or someone that's connected to you, but someone feels like, what's the point of fighting for something if there's a bunch of competition? Like someone doesn't want to compete. I'm seeing competition. Someone doesn't feel valuable, worthy, or deserving, or someone has doubts that they can beat the odds. Something like that. Now that just kind of makes me think of like the sperm with the egg and like all the odds, which I could go on about something I saw on Twitter, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But Empress, Knight of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Someone's like, look, this Knight of Cups is at odds with himself, herself. There's this Knight of Cups who's considering like pushing themselves out to this Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, Venus energy, but they're at odds of whether or not they should. Someone's at a conflict, and the Five of Wands is known to be a card that's like not very stable, very ungrounded, very noisy, too many opinions, too many moving pieces. It's just chaotic, right? What's going on for Capricorn? Thank you so much. 3 of Pentacles. It's like a struggle to get things moving, but there's progress. 6 of Cups at the bottom. There's a history, or there's a pattern here. I'm seeing collaboration, but it's like kind of a struggle. It's getting better. It's getting better since this is a card after the 5 of Wands, but this combination, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, is showing like there's this difficulty of seeing eye to eye, or difficulty getting on the same page, or getting something off the ground. Like there seems to be, it's maybe not the fact that you are wrong or they're wrong. It's just like different viewpoints, different perspectives, different experiences to get to the same goal. I would say it's the same goal because that 3 of Pentacles is where you and others are in alignment, where you're drawing up a game plan, right? The same destination, but 2 different routes to take. Routes. We say those words differently. I don't know. Sometimes I say route, sometimes I say route. Like, I don't fucking know. It's funny. So at the bottom we have the 6 of Cups with the 3 of Pentacles. There's some past energy being brought up, right? We're in Mercury retrograde season. We got a lot of retrograde energy in the air. Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups is bringing in nostalgic energy or like reminiscent of what used to work. So something used to work in the past, but it doesn't work now. Or you guys got off the track and it's time to get back on track to what worked before. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, that sort of thing. But I'm seeing it like, hold on, Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Moon. You're like, well, is that even possible? If he were to approach things how he did in the past, is that even going to be successful this time around? That's the unknown. That's the question. Could we get it back? Could it ever be restored? Or is all lost? Things are cloudy. If I just look back at these cards, things are kind of cloudy here. Things are kind of murky. There's a problem. You and whoever else involved are aware, okay, this is not working. This is not successful. This is something that we're going to have to confront. We're going to have to face. We're going to have to deal with. I'm seeing like your communication styles, your conflict styles are very different. Very opposite, very much like opposing energies. Show me more. What's going on for Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Wheel of Fortune. Hey, like I said, there's progress being made. Change is happening. What's at the bottom? Tower. Ooh, Scorpio energy. Change is happening. This situation is shifting for the better. It might take a surprising twist though. The Tower could definitely take some surprising twists and turns. We're gonna find out what that is. But honestly, like the situation is asking you to just like surrender. Take your hands off the freaking wheel. Something is beyond your control. And you can't control other people. You can't convince other people. You can try, but it just looks like it's a struggle and you're kind of wasting your time. Or it's like, let them do them, you do you sort of thing. Let's see. So Wheel of Fortune, Tower, the Star, Aquarius energy, and the Six of Swords. So by that, this is Aquarius energy, by the way. By that full moon in Aquarius, that's on the 8/9th. I was gonna say January. Nope, no, not January. August. If you're listening to this reading, you know, that around the time it's posted, it is the end of July. We're about to head into August. But whenever you come across this reading, you might find this reading when you're in January, right? You could be here 6 months from now or however long from now. But I'm seeing if you're listening to this reading in real time, the full moon Aquarius that's coming up, there's progress. There is this big breakthrough. Oh man. And this is really going much better than you expected. This exceeds all expectations. If anything, your expectations seem to be quite low, or you had some doubts. You had some concerns. I think it's just so important that everybody here is vocalizing their needs and is honest, right? Being honest. Everybody needs to be honest. But I'm seeing also the Lovers. So you're dealing with some soulmate energy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. This is a soulmate of yours. Let's see what happens next. So Wheel of Fortune, show me clearly what's next for Capricorn regarding this situation. Okay, I just saw the Six of Swords like around the top of the deck, so that's funny. All right, what's next for Capricorn regarding this situation? Show me clearly. Big old stack. Five of Pentacles, like all these cards flip out in reverse, okay? Five of Pentacles reverse, Page of Swords reverse, and the Sun reverse. I feel like this is clearing up a lot of miscommunication, misunderstandings, things being taken the wrong way. After a period of misalignment, after a lot of drama, after judgment, after just being unhappy, you and whoever else involved, this has not been the ideal situation where you want to settle down. Like this is like very uncomfortable, but this is what you're working through. Improvements in your communication, improvements also in finances. That could be an indicator for some of y'all. Like financial issues have been a huge influence in the situation, or have somewhat been a struggle, or it's been tense, right? Seeing you getting out of this intense, heavier, trial tribulation, you know, universe testing you a little bit. You're getting out of that. Let's see what's at the bottom to kind of explain this a little bit further. King of Cups with the Two of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Perhaps you are choosing to end something that's not serving you emotionally, right? You're listening to your intuition, which is awesome. Keep that up. The more you listen to your intuition, the stronger it becomes. It's like you need to honor your emotions here. You need to really value yourself. And I'm seeing you're putting an end to something that's making you unhappy, and it's causing a lot of suffering. That's causing a lot of pain. It's causing a lot of tension, drama, just exhaustion. You're putting an end to that, and then look at the Page of Wands. It's bringing in this inspiration, this new hope, this new way of approaching life, other people. Let's see, Page of Wands, Empress, and then we have an Emperor. It looks like seriously, maybe it's a rough patch in a relationship. Maybe it's just. That's underneath. We have a Queen of Swords and a King of Wands. Seven of Swords. That's a lot of cards at the bottom, so I feel like the masculine here in this situation might not be as transparent. We have a Queen of Swords that's like very cold, icy toward. Look at this. She's underneath the Empress. We have the Emperor, and then underneath the Emperor we have the Queen of Swords. The way the Queen of Swords is kind of looking at this Emperor, like, don't be playing no games. Come at me correctly. So, no more bullshit, right? No more BS. Someone could be saying here. So the Page of Swords in the reverse. There could have been miscommunication, misunderstandings. Maybe somebody wasn't being honest, right? We have the honesty card. Maybe somebody wasn't being transparent with you, or you weren't being honest with somebody. You weren't being truthful. And then that created a strain, that created a lot of like distance, whether it be physical distance or like emotional distance, like you and someone just not seeing eye to eye for the longest time. So maybe you're dealing with somebody with Leo placements or have a Leo placements. You might have some Leo energy, but I feel like the clouds are breaking up. This feels like a door is finally unlocked and ready to be walked through. Like, you know, the door we see in the traditional Five of Pentacles, there's this door, it's locked, you're stuck outside, you're freezing your ass off, it's cold, like God, you can't feel your fingers, you're becoming numb. Finally, the door is unlocked, you're able to walk through. Are you ready? Are you ready, Capricorn? You sure are. I'm hearing, I sure am. Yeah. That's what we're talking about. Don't be afraid. Eight of Swords at the bottom. Don't be afraid. What's next for Capricorn? Show me clearly. Oh, big ol' stack. I almost feel like they could be clarifying some of these cards that fell out. We have these two here. We got, though, that's a lot. We got this clarifying over here. And then we have, okay, so then we have these cards that are upright. So we're asking like, well, what's next? These are the first ones that are face up. So let's see, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. You know what I want to say? You're like worrying about the fact that like, what if this is over? It's doomed. We're stuck. We're screwed. Like, oh my God, we hit rock bottom. But what you can't see right now, because you're just in a lot of like mental fog, cloudiness, distortions. Like there's just like a lot of things that are changing. And change can be scary. Change can feel very overwhelming. This could feel like regret in some cases, right? With 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords, you're like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. Maybe I should have like changed whatever. Something from the past you wish you could have done differently, whether it was recent past or a long time ago. But here we, like literally when we look at the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, you're like, well, how could I have avoided this ending? Or like maybe there is a different way, a different path. I could have done something different to have not had this happen, or like some, you know, you're just overanalyzing some shit. Maybe it's scary, like, okay, if I am honest, this is going to change the dynamic between me and this person. Like nothing will ever be the same. They'll never love me. They'll never, whatever the fuck, right? A lot of overwhelm, a lot of overthinking, a lot of fear. But what you can't see through that heaviness is that this is not over. This is not the finish line. Something good's coming out of this. Something new being born out of this. We're going to see what this is. We'll clarify this Ace of Pentacles in a second. But I think the biggest thing is just like fear of change. Change because like things have been very, let's see. Although it's been, we go back to the Five of Pentacles. Of course, it's been rocky. It's been up and down. It's been very unpredictable, right? We had the Wheel of Fortune of the Tower as well. It's been unpredictable. There's some part of you that's gotten used to it, or it's just become a constant, and so it's hard to wrap your mind around something different. and that feels foreign, or that feels scary, or that feels like overwhelming, right? But it's showing here literally 10 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, after a very dramatic, painful, uncomfortable situation. The storm is over. The clouds are clearing up. The sky is now open. It's clear. It's sunny. It's shining. Blue skies. And something new is being born out of this situation. So we will see what this new stuff is. But we have all these extra cards that flew out, and I'm like, okay, so this is kind of like, I guess, clarifying. So these two cards fell mainly on the Three of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. These cards are in the reverse. King of Cups reverse with the Moon in the reverse. Let me just flip over these cards just so I can kind of see what's going on here. These fell out on the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, which is Four of Pentacles, Fool, Justice, Libra energy. Some of y'all deal with Libra. 10 of Wands, 8 of Wands. I'm seeing a blockage being removed. Someone's finally finding the courage to like let go and take a leap of faith. We'll see. We'll talk more about that in depth. I'm just talking about like the major things that just come to mind. These cards, these stacks that fell out on the Five of Pentacles, Page of Swords reverse. So this is kind of, remember when we were saying like issues with communication, clearing up the air, opportunity to express your truth and be honest and direct. So these cards fell out on that, and it is King of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Page of Wands. It definitely looks like we saw this earlier, right? We saw these two cards earlier, Two of Wands and the Page of Wands. I can't remember what else it was with. Maybe it was the Ten of Swords. Okay. Yeah, I see a conversation that goes very positive, or brings positive change, brings in more stability. Let's go back to this. So Moon reverse, King of Cups reverse, falling on top of, let's just say, the Three of Pentacles. Let's just direct it towards this. Someone's emotions definitely got the best of them. They weren't transparent or open with you or honest with you for whatever reason, whether it was guilt, whether it was like someone was unsure of if they really felt that way or if they're just like in their head about it. You know, someone was like very confused with themselves. So how could they ever tell you what's going on with them because they don't even understand it themselves? So like, you know, it's that sort of thing. Three of Pentacles reverse, King of Cups. Oh, sorry, Three of Pentacles and King of Cups reverse. This would be saying someone's emotions aren't being met, or someone's emotional needs isn't being met, or someone feels overlooked, someone feels ignored, someone feels like unimportant, or that like they've expressed, okay, Moon in reverse, they've expressed it many times before. It's like out in the clear, it's out in the open. This has been talked about, this has been expressed, this has been addressed so many times, and nothing's changed. So they just kind of stop, they withdraw, and they've held themselves back, or like, that's kind of what I'm feeling from this. I also just see here possibly someone expecting you, or you're expecting them to read your mind, sort of thing. King of Cups in reverse can represent someone who's being very immature or even here's another way, emotionally unavailable, someone who is actually completely detached, robotic, withdrawn, cannot speak their heart from shit. Like they closed off as fuck. So that could also have been a big struggle, or like it's the straw that broke the camel's back, that saying. Okay, wow, I've never said that before, but like, you know that saying, right? So these cards that fell out on the Wheel of Fortune was Sun reverse. So clearly it's like, yo, this is not healthy. This is not working. Something's got to change. This is not it, y'all. This ain't it. You and someone realizing that. So then we have the Four of Pentacles, from resisting the change, holding on so dear tightly, even though no one's really happy about this. Everyone's suffering. Everyone's miserable. Everyone's like not feeling like they're being met. The needs that they have, the requirements, their emotional needs being met are not being met. I can't fucking speak. You know what I mean? Right? And then holding on to that, holding that back, not expressing it. Also shutting yourself off, shutting themselves off from discussing, being vulnerable. Like, this is a controlling energy. Like, I don't want them to look at me a certain way. I have to control like a facade. Like, it better not be, but like it kind of has been. Like, you or someone hasn't been truly authentic because out of fear of like, oh, it's gonna harm things, or like something bad will come out of this. So like, I'm just going to hold back because this is what's comfortable, or like, this is the safe option, which is not, but like in the mind, they think it is, or you think it is. Anyways, after in that zone for who knows how long, could have been a few weeks, could have been a few months, could have been a few years. Time to take that leap of faith. Aries energy, Aquarius energy. This sudden urge, which we kind of saw that with, oh, is it gone? It's gone. It was Luthus the Wild, and I was like, okay, this is giving me like a sudden impulse, like just kind of jumping into something, not really thinking much about it. Like instead of holding back, second guessing, over analyzing, like fuck it, we ball, we go for it, we take the chance, whatever happens, happens sort of approach. And honestly, that's the best way to go into this. Justice with the Fool. This is something that seems to be in alignment, seems to be bringing things back into balance. It looks as if you, other person, has learned their lesson or have grown a lot from this experience. And clearly there's still some things that need to be addressed. Ten of Wands underneath the Justice card. There's still some things that have been deeply rooted, deeply suppressed, held on to, pains, burdens, grudges, anger, heaviness. Like clearly there's still some things to sort out. There's still some stuff to sort through. But it's being worked through, right? Then underneath the 10 of Wands, we have the 8 of Wands. So this is showing progress. This is showing movement. This is showing momentum. This is actually like, okay, we're getting somewhere. The path seems to be less chaotic, right? We go from the 5 of Wands, which is like, bitch, we can't move forwards. We can't get anything done. Nothing's getting worked through. And then it's like, all right, with a little bit of applying a little bit of pressure, being consistent, pushing through, not quitting, not giving up, right? Not 10 of Wands is an energy where you can feel very tired and you don't got much left to give. But that 8 of Wands is like that big old push, like just keep on going, keep on going. Also could talk about news coming in. Some sort of news, which then brings us to the next stack of cards that fell out on, this was with the Page of Swords, 5 of Pentacles reversed, which is talking about like resolution, right? We're seeing like resolution, improvements. So we have a King of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and then the Page of Wands. So for me, Page of Wands always represents like good news, information that brings in happiness, joy, resolutions, optimism, like hopes, high hopes, and like a relief, especially after seeing some of the stressful cards, some heavy stuff. It's like, this is the relief. This is like, a big weight's been dropped, and now it's like, okay, we got options, we got choices, we now can make better changes in regards to the situations. And yeah, so I mean, we go from the 5 of Wands to the 10 of Wands to the 8 to the 2. Like, look at that freaking, like, it's been up and down, clearly. It's been up and down. But anyways, I see here it's gonna work out. So let me look into this Ace of Pentacles and see what this new beginning is all about. For some, it might be a new job, a new home, something tangible, physical. It could be some sort of investment. Look, 2 of Pentacles is at the bottom. It's like you have options available, but you're gonna have to weigh it out. That would be smart. So let me see. I'm like, what deck? Oh, my thumb is itchy right now. I'm gonna just go with this deck to clarify. And it's funny, oh my god, look, 10 of Swords at the bottom. After what we said, after a chaotic, stressful, intense time, and maybe some things that are ending, some necessary changes, something new is born. Ace of Pentacles, what is being born? What is this new stuff coming in? New opportunity for Capricorn. Some of you are, I'm hearing like you're starting over or starting fresh. Sorry, I can't speak. We have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Taurus energy coming out again. Talk about new contracts, commitments. Some of you could be ending. And oh, I said ending? Well, yeah, 10 of Swords is ending energy. With the Emperor reverse flipping out. I don't know what I'm saying. I got myself cut off. Ace of Pentacles. What's this Ace of Pentacles? 5 of Pentacles. Definitely a situation to improve your finances. Oh my god. Queen of Swords, and then we have the 5 of Wands again. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I see you kind of entering into being more like cutthroat or like detached or like I don't give a fuck kind of like truly I'm hearing like subtracting your fucks given or it's so funny how they're putting it, but I feel like with the Emperor in the reverse, you're surrendering to situations that are just so far beyond your control. Like you cannot control the weather, how someone feels about you. Like, sure, you can maybe treat them differently or try and like change their viewpoint, but at the end of the day, like you can't control them. You can only control you. And I think that this situation is really teaching you to surrender to that and like really just focus on what's within your own lane, what's within your own reach. And with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're just being way more logical, practical, and not really getting so emotionally tied down or bogged down by this. You're finding practical solutions to stressful situations, especially in terms of like money or like maybe even health stuff you've been going through. Maybe a situation's been really taking a toll on your health. That's a big indicator. Like, bitch, this is not meant for you to settle down in. You gotta keep moving because this is not it. It's not it. Again, like this, I don't know what I was expecting looking into this Ace of Pentacles, but it wasn't this. We have a 5 of Wands at the bottom, Knight of Pentacles, and then 5 of Swords. You're getting all the fives, 5, 5, 5, 5. Like maybe you're seeing 5, 5, 5. But like Ace of Cups, High Priestess, the Star. I don't know. I still see like some patterns repeating itself. Like say if you continue to stay in the situation and try again, I don't know if much will change. I think the only thing that will change is like you or like your approach or what you expect out of the situation. Emperor reverse 5 of Pentacles. If this is clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, talking about what's new or like this new chapter, this second chance, this starting over again, what can you expect out of it? Emperor reverse with the 5 of Pentacles. I wouldn't really expect a whole lot from this, if I'm being honest. I'm being truthfully honest. If this was like a private reading where someone was like, hey, tell me about this job that I just started, I'd be like, babe, obviously the cards, they're just cards, like nothing's set in stone. You got your free will. But if you're asking if this was the outcome of like a new job, tell me about it. And then 5 of Pentacles with the Emperor reverse, I'm like, it's not looking the most ideal. This is probably not something you're going to want to settle in for the long term. You probably want to keep moving forwards till you find a better opportunity. Right? And now Emperor reverse again, is it out of your control? Yup. And I also get a sense some people don't want to change. Some people don't want to elevate. Some people don't want, and like the longer you stay, the more that's just gonna drag you down. Someone might be jealous of you. Knight of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. I'm sensing there's jealousy or envy, or somebody feels very intimidated by you, by your success, by your determination, by your focus, by your willpower. Anyways, it's like, I think the only way this could get better is by you not budging and by you really putting your foot down and not tolerating jack shit and being really like tough as steel. You are tough, but like this situation is calling for you to not be soft. Like, do not be soft, do not fold. Queen of Swords mode, like really stick to the facts. Some of you are needing to like, some of you, I don't know why I'm getting this because we don't have justice, but actually we do have justice. Maybe you're needing like a loyal lawyer. Maybe you're a lawyer. Or like seeking some sort of counseling or like legal advice or especially like assets or money or like big investments are involved or like banks and shit. I don't fucking know. 5 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Swords. I feel like no matter what, someone's gonna have resentment. If you're trying to help someone or change them or help them like better their lives, for some reason, they're gonna resent you for it. Or like, how dare you make me change my ways? Or like, I don't know, I don't really see much progress being made. 5 of Wands, and then it transitions slowly but surely, like Knight of Pentacles, right? Slow, steady, consistent, he crosses the finish line. Where is he headed though? 5 of Swords. It's either you're gonna have resentment for them or they're gonna have resentment for you. It just doesn't seem good. Oh, what? Okay, I'm sorry. This is what's coming out. And the thing is, we even have like Ace of Cups underneath the bottom, which are like, okay, well, there's still love, right? We still love each other. Okay. High Priestess, and then the Star, and then the Hangman, Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles again. Okay, and the Hierophant. I mean, how committed are you to this? I still see like there's gonna be more of the same, Ace of Cups, and then the High Priestess, where someone's not being very open. This is a very mysterious, like, I'm gonna pull back. I'm gonna give you a little bit, and then I'm gonna pull back and make you guess. Like, that's not, I don't know if that's what you want. You do you. High Priestess, the Star. It feels like a lot of intuitive guessing games. Like, you're always having to guess what this person's intentions are. This feels here. Could there be telepathy? Sure, why not? But like, Star, Hangman, I think it's, you know what I will say? Probably time to reevaluate some things. It's probably time for you to reevaluate where you're at in your life, this relationship, this job, this situation, this environment, and really ask yourself, does this feel right in my core, in my gut? Is this something I'm seeing for the long term that I want to fully commit myself forever? Like, or however long. Just some things to think about. And when I was prepping some of my decks, because I wasn't sure what I was going to use today for your reading, I grabbed the Moonology. Do I still have it? Where the fuck did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Do I still have it though? The card was these three. First of all, eclipse energy, which eclipse season's just around the corner, September, y'all. Which this says, expect powerful change. Then we had meditate and contemplate, and then we had adjustments are required. So I'm like, okay, interesting. Like, there's gonna be some big changes over the next couple of months, and you're gonna need to really think about it and probably meditate on it. But I was like, okay, this isn't really telling me very much. At the bottom, we have, which is funny, we had Pisces energy, and then we have Virgo energy, which the eclipses are taking place in those signs in a couple months, which says a time to give rather than take. And when I saw that, I immediately felt like something's imbalanced. Normally, I wouldn't really get this energy from Virgo, right? Normally, I wouldn't see Virgo as like balanced, but like a time to give rather than take. And I felt like there is some sort of imbalance between receive versus giving. But anyways, I didn't decide to use this deck in this reading, but I just felt like that was important to mention. So I hope this helps you in your situation, Capricorn. Seems a bit intense, I ain't gonna lie, but you're smart, you're strong, and you are capable of overcoming this little test, or whatever the fuck we want to call this. All right, I love you. Let me know how it resonates. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Private readings are available down below. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all later. Bye.